Hello, 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 ladies, gents, boys, girls, welcome along to this evening's live stream, this race here at Silverstone. Oh, is this going to be interesting? Chaotic is, I think, the word for this evening's race and what I'm predicting here with the circuit or the layout that we are going to be running. So, yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be interesting to say the least. I hope that you're all good. Hope that you've had a good weekend, and looking forward to tonight's little bit of action. I'm just having a very quick mental calculation in my head as to how many laps worth of fuel we're going to be needing. Unfortunately, this is a race where I won't be showing the setup because we are using one of the Go setups, and we have literally just transitioned over into qualifying itself. So, we have fresh tyres on, so let's head out the garage and onto the circuit, and straight away, maybe, from the track map up in the top right hand corner, you could probably recognise that this ain't the normal Silverstone layout. No. This is the international layout. So we're only doing half the track. It's short. It's very, very fast paced. And there's 22 of us LMP2s, 16 LMP3s. So, busy, chaotic are going to be the words for this evening that I'm going to be continuously repeating as we navigate this next hour and 15 minutes, because, yeah, that little cut through there cuts out a whole significant portion of the circuit. So, super, super fast. Definitely have to be focusing hard. This one, I think. Hello, Jensen. Good to see you in. Right. Let's get going as we are already about to start our first flying lap. Tyres are no way near up to temperature as of yet. So yeah, instead of taking this hairpin here, instead it's just a little kink to the left, and then we're into this little right-hander, and out onto the hanger straight. Very, very strange, but odd choice here for this series, because whilst it's probably not too bad in the LMP3, these ELMS LMP2s don't really ever get to stretch their legs around this track. Oh, yeah, you don't get much time to relax, breathe, take focus. So I think we're going to be lapping traffic very, very quickly coming into this race. And then on top of that, I think in the latter part of the race, the traffic is going to be near constant. So yeah, traffic management is going to be absolutely crucial. Didn't quite time it right there. Away from the apex in turn 1. Excuse me. is a bit better lap though. Everyone else is improving as well. There we go. Much better there. Still too much of a lift though, but at least we made the apex somewhat. That's a little bit too late on the brakes for the chicane. That's better. Not good braking though. Nor that. Oh, this is going to be so interesting. So interesting. I can see this race being very messy. A lot of impatience working with the traffic. Hence why this is probably going to be one of the most chaotic races on the calendar. I'm braking way too late for that hairpin now. Need to calm this down because there is time to be found in a number of places around the lap. Gamble is in here. Now flying. Right, let's go again. This is much better. Lap and a nice improvement here. Shame we don't have the fuel to go anymore, but that's at least put us back up towards the sharp end of the field, which is good. Right. Go with that whilst go quickly double check everything. Make sure that's all okay. What were the temperatures like in that? Looks like the radiator and oil temps were okay. Just double checking the brakes. Excuse me. Okay, I think the rear brakes were okay, but the fronts were getting a little hot. So, make that quick change there. Cool, that should be everything else. I'll bring the game back up again so you ladies and gents can see. And that's up as well. So I know what I'm doing in terms of race strategy. Excuse me. Can't believe I'm expected to finish second with my rating. So yeah, this race is going to be an hour and 15 minutes in total. It's going to be tricky. Gonna be tricky. Hoping that we can have ourselves a nice clean race, stay out of trouble, and then just work our way through the pack. And I'll have a look maybe at potential changing of the tyres in the pit stop. We shall see when we actually get to that point. Ooh, I forgot that there's going to be rain in this race as well. Hey Thomas, how's it going, mate? So yeah, that's going to make it interesting. Cheat. Okay. This is going to be, yeah, interesting because I don't know when that rain is going to be coming. 44 seconds. Okay, my weather monitor's not working. Fun. Never mind. That is what it is. That is what it is. Yeah, Gamble's probably one of the best drivers in Le Mans Ultimate. Certainly probably the quickest LMP2, I'd say, consistently. Jardio almost beat him yesterday. So he does have some slight lapses moments, but otherwise he's generally the guy to beat in the LMP2 cars. Hey Chris, how's it going, mate? All right. Turn the music off there. Stop that. So we're all good. Ready to go for this one. Thank you very much for the well wishes. Hopefully we can, as I say, have a nice clean race. Certainly the plan. Alright, here we go. Getting ready with that green.
Green flag. Green
There it is. Oh my god. Hard to tell what's going on when he's having latency and collision issues. Oh! Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to hit you there. But that's really not ideal. No rear wing either. Well, rejoining of the century goes to P2. Great when you've got no tyres. Yeah, very much a joke. "93 seconds. Yeah. Oh dear, ladies and gents. Well, that's put us way out of contention. I mean, this race is probably going to get seriously messy. So we may be able to make up a bunch of positions and whatnot, but like this is the one opportunity that I'm getting to do this race. So we've got to try and make the most of it. Rain in 26 minutes, it's saying. Yeah. Pain. I bet you he full throttled back onto the track as well. Be a fun fun replay to look at. At least I wasn't the only one with like a 93-second repair. Somehow the guy in front, this guy also had it as well, but it looked like he maintained the rear wing. Now we've got a serious imbalance in terms of tyre wear. We've got no tyre temperature at all at the moment. Alright, let's see what we can do. Trying to recover this one. And yeah, blue flags are going to be a pain in the ass because they're not going to be wanting to give up any sort of track position. Even if we are significantly faster. Yep. Very much so, Door. Yeah, we'll have to see what we can do. See what we can do in terms of recovering this with the strategy and how long that rain is going to last as well. That's going to be the other factor. Problem is, it's going to be so hard to overtake around this track as well. So he has. Second gear, bro. Just had to go. Well, if you lifted going back onto the circuit, you may not have lost the car. Unfortunately, I can't type that to him. But it is your responsibility as the car off the circuit to rejoin safely. If you lose the car whilst rejoining, you've not rejoined safely. Yeah, it's the international circuit. Oh. The national is the other old pits. Going the other way. So it does Cops, Maggots, and then loops around onto the Wellington Straight, down to Brooklands, and then Luffield. This is the international layout. It's one that I got to drive a Ginetta G55 Junior round in the pouring rain. Oh, gross. Thank you. Oh, let's wiggle. These tyres are going to be on fire now. Ready? This rear left is sketchy as hell. It's not liking it. Any news on the end race? Did you score a win? I won. I've not seen anything come up as of yet about it. I've tried to look for Carl de Heinz's point of view, if he streamed it or anything like that, but I can't seem to find anything. What is that LMP3 doing? I found his channel, but it doesn't seem to be streaming, so I can't see what actually happened to him with the contact, whether he did get damage or not. Someone on Leon's stream said that he did, but if there's no stream or anything like that for me to check, I can't tell whether that person was giving false information or not. I doubt they were. But as I said last night, I felt like a little bit of contact going into the second chicane was mostly on me, although he did brake a lot harder than he actually needed to, and much earlier than he needed to let the LMP2 go through. And then after that, I felt like he could have done more to make the right-hander, and he certainly could have fought the move in the hairpin a lot more as well. Because it didn't look like his steering was that badly bent off. Then again, I'm not the one who was able to feel those forces through the force feedback as to whether he did have damage and a loose rear end because of that. So I don't know. It's hard to judge. I'd like to clear the air with Carl if I can. But yeah, I haven't seen anything come up with regards to like a protest or anything like that, but usually it's the actual result that you get the email notification for, not the fact that you have been protested. Which I think is a little unfair. It would be nice if the other person who's involved in the protest is being protested has an opportunity to speak and put their opinion across. Rather than it just being a blind... I mean, I guess it leaves it more down to fact, as it were, but that's more just the steward's interpretation of the incident. There may be context missing. Yeah, and we'll go here. Hans was in Jadi's chat after the race. Yeah, you see, he had damage from his contact with Leon, and I got more contact with you. Ah, okay. Cheers for the clarification. I did see that he was there in Jadi's chat afterwards when I had a look back at his. Yeah, this rear left is done. When I had a look back through the replay today. Okay, yeah, there is quite a sizable bump there. But don't come onto the circuit at full tilt. Yeah, which is how I found out his YouTube name, and I went onto his channel to see if there was anything, but his videos are like a completely different game from years ago. So yeah, unfortunately I couldn't see his point of view. But I didn't really feel like I deserved the win either way. I thought that Hines or Leon should have won it out of pure pace. It's just I was fortunate that Leon made a mistake. Okay, just send them force it. Led to me having an opportunity to go for a fight for the win. Right. No, I don't think he did cut the track. Or he might have done slightly. He might have done actually, because he did short shift between the exit of the chicane and the hairpin, which contributed more to me getting a run on him. So maybe he was short shifting to try and negate track penalty. Trying to clear track penalty. Yeah, sorry. I held up the LMP3 slightly there on the exit. But yeah, it's a tricky one. Like, he has every right to protest if he wants, if he felt like he was hard done by. I'll accept whatever the stewards decide to do, which will be a points reduction if they deem that I'm at fault and worthy of a penalty. So we'll see. Yeah, I saw that LMP2 ruined Leon's race. It kind of unraveled from there, really, for him. Yeah, it won't change the positions, Thomas. It'll just be a points reduction for whoever the stewards deemed to be at fault. So if they decide that I am at fault for the contact and then gained an advantage to be able to pass, they can say, like, I get minus 20 points from the 344 that I scored. So it'll be 324 points that I scored for the round. Whereas for De Hines, his points wouldn't be altered. Oh dear, that was close. So yeah, his points would stay the same. Stay the same. This. Oh my god. We're getting nowhere with this. Yeah, rear tyres shot to pieces. Thing is, rain's on its way. Supposedly in 6 minutes, according to Tiny Pedal. I think it's more the wear. The difference in wear between the front and rear is not a healthy amount. So the front tyres are just completely overpowering that rear left. Whenever we go for any right-handers, the rears just can't keep up. And we're probably, yeah, getting into the realm of tyre overheating. I mean, it's overpressured. See down on the dash there, it's 206. So 2.0, well, now 2.07 bar, which is what it's reading at. They should be at 1.9. And you can see the disparity between that tyre and all the others. Little wiggle there. So I'm going to go for what I think is probably not going to be the best of strategies, which is to actually pit and change for wet tyres when it does start to rain. But it may give us a chance if anyone does try to kind of like stick it out through the wet weather, staying on slicks. It might give us a chance to catch up with and pass them. There is just zero grip on the rears. They literally just turn in for a corner like that and it just does not want to stick. Half a point for that, eh? Okay. So yeah, the sooner this rain arrives, the better. I want it to be moderately heavy when it does arrive as well. There was nothing wrong with that, Alex. Sure, I may have been a little bit slower than you probably wanted, but that's just because of the tyre situation. And the tyre pressure is just shooting up and up and up. As is the tyre temperature, yeah, so... We do have that tyre bug, Jensen. I mean, the left side tyres don't really ever get a break around this circuit anyway. It's like using left tyres, using right tyres, using left tyres. Using left tyres. Then the next corner is using left tyres. And then after that is using right. But then the next two after that are using left. What is the tyre bug? Basically you flash heat the tyre and then the tyre just never recovers, sorry. It just continues to get hotter and hotter and hotter. As you can see. So it's been like a while since I've slid the car. And the rear left was at about 104 degrees, but it's now at 116. And it's just continuously going up. And there's not really anything I can do about it other than park the car. Or, well, change tyre. That is the only way you can get around it. But yeah, 23% difference on that left side is absolutely doing us in. Yeah, even just simply lifting off there. And look, it's taken out a massive chunk of wear as well. Or tyre life, shall I say. Like 2% on just a really slow speed spin. Right, rain please. Yep. How are you? I can't... I basically can't pass people into that corner anymore. This is just... It's too risky. It's too tight. Hello. Don't flash at me! I tried to stay well out of the way. You lost it yourself. I don't know why I broke there. The rain's on its way. It's a question of when. Can it hit the track hard? The skybox is definitely changing, or the lighting's changing, which to me indicates that it's about to start raining, or the weather conditions are changing. The lights flash automatically. It happens 4 times with me before. Nope, it's people choosing to flash. Be so tentative with the steering. Oh, drive through for a car ahead. Obviously picking up track limits. It's funny because the only place you could really get track limits is on the exit there. Cool. One of my lights just decided to turn itself off again, randomly. So P1 is going across the start-finish line now, and P2 is just coming up behind me. I see a 24-second gap between P1 and P2 at the moment. Nothing. Nothing on the rear end. Come on, Rain, where are you? Even the rear right now is gone. At least the rear left has calmed down somewhat now. Yeah, the start was something. How's it going, Luca? I saw what unfortunately happened to you last night. Was a shame. One too many. I did win. I lucked into the win, I think. I say I think. I lucked into the win. I should have been P3. I'm having to drive so cautiously. Yeah, it looks like it hasn't. Although, I bet as soon as I go into the pits, take on a full tank of fuel and some fresh tyres, it's going to start pissing it down with rain. I just need a calculation of how many laps I'm gonna need. Fuel. We're going to 7.7. Is that 33 laps that's needed? I mean, I'm using less fuel per lap because I'm not pushing, so 1.58 is my usual. Pit lane's looking quite busy at the moment. I'm gonna come in now, I'm just gonna do that. Back that pit entry. Of course. Of course. Oh my god, what is happening up there? Interesting. I mean, down to the game as to when they released the car. We're going to have to take a look at that. That 47. Now, we're on nice fresh tyres, which is good, but they're freezing cold. Yep. Fresh tyres now, just have to avoid spinning on these. I mean, I probably should have gone out of his way, but him leaving absolute zero room. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. We just witnessed a murder. An attempted murder. Oh boy. Oh boy, boy, boy. I mean, he is driving a bit like an arse and sending it on everyone. Right, now we're up to 10. We can push. This game, man, this game. I'm not entirely sure how we got track limits there. I don't think we even cut the inside. Yes, we clobbered the curb on the inside, but I don't think we all four wheels over the white line. So no clue what that was about. Hey, the fuck are you doing? I'm in the fast lane. It's all on you, bro. Unless that was a flash to say sorry. Right, let's run away from P2 here. It's P16, turn 1, turn 2. Long way to go. I did see rain at Miami though. There was rain at one part of the circuit at one point. You could see it visibly, but it just didn't last longer than like 30 odd seconds. And didn't actually do anything to change the course of the race. Freeze McLaren team strategy. Yeah. You... Oh. I thought I was just about to plough into the back of him in that first corner there. He slowed that much. That was terrifying. Yeah, nothing was happening with the car, our car. It wasn't sliding or anything like that. It was fully loaded up and all. Nice, beautiful amounts of grip. It's just the car in front looked like they were so slow at the apex that I was like, I am not making this corner without smashing into the back of them. Like, I'm going to have to do something to avoid hitting them. Hence the reaction that I had. That's because, yeah, not fun. Sorry, that was cheeky of me. Yeah, that was a deserved flash. My bad on that one. These bloody LMP3s. Alright, starting to make some progress. Still a long way to P15 though. I know, 10 minutes to go. So our fastest lap is the second fastest lap of the race. Oh, P2's in the pits. The car feels really good. Obviously, we are on fresh tyres compared to everyone else. It does have better braking, yeah. They're better than the hypercars at braking as well. Apex there somewhere. Oh, that's deep. Pushing a fraction too hard through that. Oh dear. What's happened up here? Okay, I was going to sit behind him for the remainder of the race, but as we pretty much passed him here, I'll take it and go. Oh, sorry. Why can't Ingrosso get past Skyring? Starting behind then. I'll overtake it somewhere else. LMP3 has the worst brakes? Probably. GT3s, I say, probably have the best. Then these LMP2s. Then the hypercars. Then yeah, probably the LMP3s. Also P3 have stiff tyres. Don't know about that one. They have a lot of restrictions on their setups. Like, they can't run minimum camber like the rest of the car classes can. They also can't go to minimum packers nor minimum third springs. There's always something on the car which is stopping them from completely minimizing everything. In the suspension, at least. Well, I'm going to call that a dumb configuration. P3 are the cars you can run the most on a single set of tyre. Yeah, they also have the best fuel consumption as well out of any car class. They've got a 100-litre fuel tank. And their fuel efficiency is a lot better. To gamble lapped absolutely everybody. Everyone. Take a look at this abysmal start. He is an animal, yeah. Gamble's got some serious... I mean, he's an esports driver, so he should be winning, podiuming pretty much every race. And yeah, after the start, where a number of us got taken out, it basically left him with no competition for this race, really. Not that I believe I'm any competition to Gamble. I imagine he probably would have put 30, 40 seconds on me at least in this race, but we probably would have been a little bit closer if it wasn't for this incident. So let's take a look. So that warping there of P3, certainly not ideal, which meant I had to go really, really cautious, and then trying to figure out where to go. Yeah, sorry whoever that was. I thought I'd try and turn away from the traffic, and then realised that guy was there, and I thought, oh, I'll turn back the other way. So yeah, car airborne, nothing I can do here. Even if I braked harder, as you saw, locked up, I was hitting this guy regardless. I should have been holding the brakes though. I didn't realise I was in neutral. This guy just had no clue. Yeah, I don't think he really had much time to see him react. He didn't. I mean, like, I'm visible here at this point, but that's because I know I'm stopped there. Therefore, I'm looking for myself. We're looking for me as a stopped car, whereas this guy's probably looking more here, maybe at these cars, seeing them go, and it's like, oh, okay, what's going on? And at this point, you're kind of just following the natural flow, and then you're presented with this, and yeah. Too late for him to do anything, which is really unfortunate. Unfortunate for him. I'll take a look at his onboard in a second. I wanted to see what happened to this guy here. Okay, so he just took the hit and was able to drive off. There was even more calamity behind as well. There's a car on the wall on the left-hand side, this guy. Oh. Yeah, unfortunate for him. That's just where I happened to end up being. I forgot that was inside the server. Would have liked to have seen the rest of the chat. Okay, in for a massive driver rating loss. Mid? Okay. I was expecting a lot less than that. I was expected to kind of be back down to 50% in Silver 3, but okay, we'll take it as take it as it is. How many points did we score? 222. And yeah, championship standings are always a mess. Yeah, very much so, shake and bake. So we're P21 overall. We should be way higher up than we are. And we're going to miss the next round as well. Which is unfortunate, because next week I'll be away. Are you a FIPS? P3? Oh, nice. Congratulations on P3. Yeah. There is a big bump there. I rejoined over that bit at one point, just to kind of see what it was like after I had a spin. I didn't just venture out there just to have a look. And there is a big bump there, but it's on you to rejoin safely. He was obviously just desperate to not lose any positions. It seemed. So let's take a look. We'll have a look on the from the view of P2, because we've seen most people. Yeah, just flat out gunned it. Of course I clipped in there, didn't I? Did the right thing about it. Alright, was there anyone else that was involved in this incident? Check this guy. Check the green car. It's so annoying, there's these silly little touches. Right, what lap was it that we saw murder? Was it lap 57? This guy? Or lap 50 something? I think we do. Or we do. We need to see this. Pips! Was was das? What was this? Oh, you did break, to be fair. It was just, yeah, unfortunate. This car was being turned and then... Oh dear. Who was that? Gizmo. He had just come out of his box. He did. He got there eventually. This is his pit box here, I think. Because... Yep, there you go. Finally caught him. Oh, that was funny. Right, we were looking at Moulinet. What is this? Okay, so it comes out of pits. Side by side. All is fair is here. Guy behind's got a good run. That I'd say is blocking. I like the fact that it's full-on collisions in the pits. It's nice to see a sim actually do it, rather than just do the iRacing thing of ghosting everything, because then people just take the shortest route through the pit lane. Excuse me. Right, is there anything else? Oh, he's closing in on us. But we are on not brand new tyres, but our quali tyres, so our tyres are cold at this point. Yeah, a flash, a look. Gets better traction. Looks in a silly place, which means I have to open up the corner. You can hold a tighter line than that, that's for sure. And then I do hesitantly let him go here. That's, yeah. I feel like he intentionally opened up the steering there to run me out of the road, which then screwed over Ingrosso behind. Because... Like, I should have lifted more. I should have just let him go. But I knew that, like, if I was able to stay in front and just get the tyres up to temperature, I'm just going to disappear off into the distance. Which is why I was a little bit reluctant. It doesn't really excuse what I ended up doing, though. Not that it was overly malicious. It was just the smarter thing would have just been to have let him go because he is putting a lap on us. But yeah, because I got shoved on this curb out here, that's gone and set me off very wide. And then Grosso's thinking, well, I want to be on my inside for the next right-hander because that's the natural place to overtake, right? So he's looking that way, and I'm doing the best I can to just stay on track at this point. And yeah, and Grosso's unfortunately got kind of nerfed out into that area. Thankfully that's a lap kart, that's very close. That's dumb. That's never working. And then, yeah, never gets the overlap here. Not far enough up alongside to be warranted room, but keeps his nose in anyway. Could have used a little bit more brake. Yes, he tried rolling off the brake at one point. We'll go back and have a look at that in a second, but where did I manage to get Moulinet? Oh, I didn't. I got the drive-through, didn't I? No good trackside angle, but I guess I am there off track with that. So, warranted, but I don't like the track limit system in the sense that it only gives you like 5 seconds to actually clear the penalty and doesn't take into account whether you're trying to clear it or not. I mean, Malmy did that to himself. Moulinet shouldn't have had his nose down the inside here. He's not far enough up alongside. That wheel is not level with this wheel yet. Now it is. But from this point onwards, Malmy should be straightening up. Not continuing to turn in. And then he comes off, and then turns in again and wrecks himself. Oh, what a crazy and chaotic race. That was just messy. It was actually a fun layout once I got used to the corner after village. It's a fun but chaotic and stupid layout. It's all three of those things. It's too small for the LMP2s, especially the ELMS LMP2s. the cars just don't really ever get to properly stretch their legs. And because the track is so small, we've got so many cars on track, it's just messy. Messy. It's just constant traffic. I did find where the track limit is on the exit here. So it's basically, providing that you do not put your right wheels onto this black portion here, over the back edge of this curb, you're fine. So you're effectively following that line going through there. That is your limit going through the corner. Yeah, once you put your right hand wheels on this bit of tarmac here, over this backside of the curb, that's your track limits. Yep, very much so, Door. But yeah, it's just, this track is too small for these cars. It would, yeah, but that would require a separate track mesh, because what are the cameras like here? Not the worst. But yeah, when you're doing normal Silverstone and you're coming out through Beckett's into Chapel here, obviously you've got the line there, but this line is as it is. This one, faded out. And I feel like this one's the same as well. The difference with this is obviously the driving or rubbered in line is very much following the flow of this circuit than the main GP layout. Yeah, probably. It'd probably be alright with LMP3 and GT3, but even then it may be a little bit tricky because it's so difficult passing into this right-hander here. There's not going to be too much of a speed differential between LMP3s and GT3s coming off this corner and down this straight. Yes, there will be one, but it's not huge. This is the main place that LMP3s will be able to pass, is around the outside in Stowe. GT3s are outbraking LMP3s here into this chicane. And then this corner is a very, very tricky one to pass down the inside of, especially on an LMP3 versus a GT3. You don't really have the speed differential to clear them before the exit of the previous corner, and then this one. So you have to hesitate and wait, or try and time it. And then you hope that you've just got enough speed and momentum to pass before turn one. Like, coming through here, again, high downforce, it will lean to LMP3 sort of side, so they can maybe set themselves up for a move into this corner. But again, GT3s are going to be braking here, whereas LMP3s are braking about here, so there's a good 20 to 30 meters difference between the two. And in fact, even I broke early for that corner there because slowed appropriately, but got myself a track limits drive through at the apex anyway. Definitely a single class track, but I think this is a very difficult circuit to overtake on. Silverstone is generally a difficult circuit to overtake on anyway in some eyes, in some places. But hey ho, a race to forget, as they say with that incident. We will not be doing this race again because I do not have the time to this week. as I'm going away on Friday for a week, which means that Thursday is going to be our next live stream and the last live stream that we do for a week whilst I go away and then come back. So after Thursday, I'll be back on Tuesday the 19th. I could do Monday the 18th. Monday the 18th, I'll be back live streaming again. I could do the ELMS race for next week then. So I don't miss that round, which is quite nice. Which is good, because we're kind of up there fighting in the championship for that one. So, yes, Thursday, and then a break for a week, and then we'll be back on Monday the 18th. That is going to be stream schedule for the next bit, and then after that we'll be back to normal Tuesdays and Thursdays, as we have been. So, yeah, sorry that it wasn't the most interesting of races when it came to actually overtaking people fighting for position. But hey-ho, it doesn't always necessarily go your way. Either way, thank you very much everybody for tuning in this evening, giving the live stream a like and supporting and all that good stuff. It's very much appreciated. I realise that I'm now very, very dark on one side because the light's deciding to switch itself off for whatever reason. But yeah, I look forward to seeing you again Thursday evening, 7 PM, British summertime. Until then, though, thanks for tuning in. Have fun, stay safe. Take care.